blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, this is your brother Dan Moses, or say Yausakotye of TRC, Ghana, saying to you from exile in America, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagetam, welcome, Nganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, to San Yusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o, Sanu, Dezua, Enkwandehina, Mitash, Duburu, Pezaluvat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalus, Vita, Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome, Ishtan, Hozot, Walan Anuman, bienvenido, namaste, swagatam, Kush, Amadi, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Wanyong Haminida, Wanying, Yedeko, Animime, Yedeko, We Zolo, Novio, Mia Wezo, Akwaba to the part 2 of Testimony New World Disorder, where we receive what to do. So we have in the part 1 received a gist as to what is happening to humanity. It is now time for us to receive what to do from my Bible. Now let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5:17. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. It simply says, pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. My Bible tells me that Elias, was a man of like passion as we are, as the members of the human race, as we are. He felt our pains, he felt sorrow, he felt persecution, he felt fear, just as we are. However, he prayed that there should not be rain for 3.5 years in Samaria, and there was no rain. And he prayed again that there should be rain, and the heavens responded, and there was rain immediately. And the Bible tells us that Elijah was a man just like us, encouraging us that what the God of Elijah did through Elijah, he is not dead, he's alive, and is capable of doing the same through us, even amidst our fears, amidst our persecution, amidst our worries, amidst our difficulties, amidst our challenges. Humanity and the nations of the world. If there is anything that I would tell you in regarding this global pandemic, global fears, global mess, global helplessness, is that you pray without ceasing. It is true. I can tell you on authority that some politicians have capitalized on the pandemic situation and have tied their political agenda into the whole situation, heightening the fears and playing on the minds of humanity. It is true. Corporate forces are doing that. Pharmaceutical forces are also exploiting us. Beside all this, one thing that I want you to know, say to you is that if we put our minds down, we want to open our minds, we would realize that there is more to what humanity is being told regarding this pandemic, coronavirus, than we need to know. We can know from His Excellency Xi Jinping, my courageous man of China, His Excellency Xi Jinping of China, upon all the amazing effort, resilient effort of facing the challenge of the coronavirus with the uh, noble people of China, going to the extent of giving expertise and technical support, medical support to other nations, supporting Italy, Iran, and other nations in this state of difficulty. We can know also that His Excellency Xi Jinping of China has courageously declared to the world that the coronavirus is foreign to China and that it was brought to China by the US military. We heard that. Okay. We've heard a response from the US president, my special friend, John Donald Trump. He's also saying no US military brought the virus to China. We've heard that too. America has said it, humanity has heard it. What I would say is we should never doubt the reality of the coronavirus. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. But you should not let fear kill you, because fear has torment and cowards die many times before their actual death. Fear kills than death itself. If you want to doubt the reality of coronavirus and say that, oh, you will not comply with the washing of hands, the advice of medical experts, and you will do as you please because you can't see the reality of it. That would be most unfortunate for you, because the doubting of what is happening to humanity would amount to, excuse me to say, folly. You know why? Because the world knows, international authorities know, including World Health Organization, it's on records that humanity, some members of the human race have been so cruel to the point of creating viruses at a laboratory, at a lab, to infest their fellow human beings on other nations to get them destroyed. This is true, known to World Health Organization and international authority, that such evil of creating viruses at the lab has occurred in our human history. So if you would not comply by medical experts' advice and say that, oh, I would do as I please, look, the creating of viruses at lab has happened in our history. So it is not the doubting of what humanity is facing that is the solution, but it's the courage to strengthen yourself, to know that this Bible has said something that will come upon humanity and the nations of the world. This is not it. This is not it. The Bible calls that Jacob's trouble. This is not it. This that we are seeing is called global man-made. It was made by men. Man-made Jacob's trouble. The crashing of the New York Stock Exchange in 2000 or 7th of September 2007 was man-made Jacob trouble. These are nothing to be compared with what the scripture has talked about that would come upon the earth. So my Bible says that if we have run with men and we are worried, we have contended with men, we are worried. What would you do when we are to run with horses? The scriptures cannot be broken. What the Lord has said in His word, Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation shall come. So if we cannot strengthen ourselves in God and go forward in the face of this fears, in the face of this pandemic, what would we do when the actual challenge, which the Bible has said will confront humanity, comes? That is why I would advise you, I would admonish you that it is not the doubting of what is happening to humanity that is the solution. It is not the living in so much fear, giving your mind to political hypes, exploitation by corporate forces, pharmaceutical forces. That is not the solution. It is the courage to press on and to seek the face of the God who is able to keep and to preserve you from all evil. That is what matters. Now, blessed ones, Aquaba to the program, testimony, new world disorder, and what to do. I would take our minds to Ghana. The truth of what is happening, what has been done by the government of Ghana, is so dangerous that its kind has never been in the history of the world. We should not wonder how this coronavirus pandemic, has hit the world and is distracting us. The truth is, worse than what we are seeing could have happened to humanity due to the evils of the government of Nana Addo Akufo against the Ghanaian people, which is troubling the whole of the human race. It has never happened in the history of the world that some leaders of our world, some leaders of a nation, will be so wicked to the point of engaging in diplomatic killing, political killing, killing of journalists, celebrities, young and old, to the point of entering the house of God with their evil and barbarously killing a man of God as though he was an animal. And these heinous evils, the evidence of the evil of the government, are so glaring before international authority, the United Nations, the International Criminal Court, the US government itself. They knew the evils of the government of Ghana against our people in secrecy, in collusion with forces in America. That has not ended there. The evils must be covered. So they have to go to the point of destroying the global stock market. And they are doing that. Humanity and the in Ghana, hear this. You see, the evil that has been engaged in by the government of Ghana, now Akufo-Addo and his government, against the Ghanaian people, against the state, is dangerous enough against the nation's humanity. People's investment, their fortunes. It is the same cliques in Ghana and their colleagues in America who engage in the evils and the ripping up of the stock market in 2007, exploiting my two innocent children to the crashing of the global stock market. And they are doing the same evil and worse today. Don't you think that that is upsetting enough for anybody of any nation of the world to carry out a revenge against the killers of the Ghanaian people. Don't you think so? For the evil being done to humanity. Don't you think that the wickedness of the government is dangerous enough to invoke the wrath of the Ghanaian people on their own nation, on their government, to invoke the wrath of humanity on the government who has done this evil to humanity? What should have happened to humanity is not what we are seeing. The fears of what the evils that have been done by men has been tied into this coronary pandemic situation, and it's been hyping so much to divert our attention from what for the problem that has been created. But the reality is, no matter how much fears that are induced into the heart of humanity and the nations of the world, how much we are troubled, we are exploited. What has been done by fellow humans, the problem that has been created by the government of Nana Addo Akufo and their cronies cannot be run away from. Eventually, they will get bare before the eyes of the whole world. That is why we need to strengthen ourselves in the Lord and pray for redemption from God. Ghana, get it clear that your government, our government, the government of Nana Addo Akufo, they are strategically, willfully politicizing the situation of the nation, tying their agendas into our situation to assuage their fears of the evil, of the consequences of the evil that they have done. They are afraid of some Ghanaians avenging the state and the Ghanaian people. They are afraid of the evil that they have done against the nations of the world. Through this barbarous diplomatic, religious, and political killing of Ghanaians and the raping of the stock market, they are afraid of a revenge from forces from other nations. That is why they want to take even God from you. Don't gather in fellowship. They tell you, don't gather in the mosque. Don't gather in the churches. You know why? They are afraid of the consequence of what they have done. That is what they are hiding from you. That is what they are hiding from the Ghanaian people. Because what they have done is evil to the Ghanaian people enough, is dangerous to humanity enough to incur the wrath of God and the wrath of humanity. When I heard that the honorable majority leader, an article was saying that he is cautioning that those who are still stealing hand sanitizers from the Parliament of Ghana should be punished. I said to myself, Lord, let this be fake news. It shouldn't be true to have come from the honorable majority leader of Parliament. Because you know what? The whole world heard that. If that came from him, what that is implying is, has it come to the point where our honorable parliamentarians are suspected of stealing even hand sanitizers from the Parliament House, or the staff of the Parliament of Ghana stealing hand sanitizers in the Parliament of Ghana, irrespective of visible surveillance cameras and security presence. If not, then what is being done to my people, the people of Ghana? If security at the Parliament of Ghana has become so porous to the point that hand sanitizers are being stolen, and parliamentarians, honorable members of parliament are being suspected for that, the staff of the parliament are being suspected for that, can you imagine the helplessness that the noble Ghanaian people are going through? Why we are killed, and we must be denied our right to know the truth in regarding the killing of our people. Deny our right to mourn our people in truth in regarding the willful evil of the killing of our people. Can you understand why? I have known the evils of apartheid. I have known the evils of 9/11. I've known the evils of Auschwitz. I have known the evils of slavery and human enslavement. None of this is such that the victims are barred, B-A-R-R-E-D. They are prevented, they are blocked, they are hindered from openly voicing out their deaths. None of this. You can talk about Auschwitz. You can talk about Holocaust. You can talk about 9/11. You can express your will. You can express your worries. You can express your concern. The same applies to apartheid. But Ghana's case is so unfortunate that we should never be given the opportunity to openly talk about the killing of our diplomats. His Excellency Dr. Busumuru Kofi Annan, the man that the world was told he was the United Nations, and the United Nations was he. We cannot be told the truth. We can be told the truth about the killing of our politicians. We cannot know the truth. We cannot be told the truth. However, the killing should not cease because of one US undercover agent. We should continue to be killed when the states think that they must go ahead and kill us. Because there are the evil forces within who have sought money at the expense of the blood of our people to their own domination. And they are living in the fears of their own shadows. And they are telling us that don't meet to pray. Don't gather at the mosque. Let the bars be open. Let the clubs be open. What are they doing to the church? What are they doing to the mosque? What are they doing? The people of faith. When evil beholds a nation to the point that there is no fear for God, and wicked leaders orchestrate to enter the house of God to barbarously kill a man of God in such a way that Reverend Dr. David Clapper, my pastor, was killed. And forces in America, forces within Ghana, supported by crime covering IGP, who is exploiting. Don't play with the God of the African IGP. All right? You became IGP when this problem was there, and you decided to commit yourself and office to seek your interest at the expense, in the interest of your political party or whatever you call it, exploiting the Ghanaian people. But God understands the problem more than you do. So don't think you can play on the minds of the Ghanaian people. the Montgomery County Police, the FBI, they can't help you in this. The answer is God, whom you are taking from the people of faith in Ghana. The Christian knows that the answer is his God. The Muslim knows that the answer is his Allah. Don't go where you are going. It is too dangerous for you. 4, the holy ground is too dangerous a place for politicians to take their politics to. Don't go there. Pray without ceasing in your home. Pray without ceasing on the job. Wherever you find yourself, pray without ceasing. And the God of truth shall bring evil down and exalt righteousness in the sight of humanity and the nations of the world. And this evil shall not continue forever. They are very smart enough, they think. Telling you not to gather and pray, not to go to church, not to go to the mosque. And they are telling you that Christ would heal you. They are killing in the house of God, man of God. And they are telling you they are going to build the cathedral to make a fool of God. That is politicians. That is who they are. But they cannot fool God. Whose own the Ghanaian people are. Whose own humanity is. So be still and know that God is God. And continue praying. And He shall redeem us to the damnation of those who have brought this upon the nations of God. Bless you. God bless my wonderful and amazing family in Kumasi. Hey, my wonderful friend, mommy, yeah, auntie, all of us. Hey, my lovely ones, Junior. I'm very proud of you. Let's stand united and strong. God shall give us justice. It shall not elude us. Let them rob humanity and the nations of the world. Let them do whatever. Let them divert us. We shall pray without ceasing. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. It is finished. Bye bye. We shall continue.